crispy Masala Paneer and Grilled Nectarine Salad. An Indian-inspired salad that not only looks beautiful but sings with flavour too. The contrast between that creamy spicy paneer, crunchy breadcrumb coating and juicy grilled nectarines is a surefire crowd pleaser.
This is a salad for people who say that they don't like salad. So you might be thinking, what's she doing making a salad? Salad is not my favourite style of cooking. It usually involves no cooking at all. But this recipe is something very, very different. You could say that it's an excuse to eat cheese, which it is, but in line with my style of Indian comfort cooking, this is something really, really special that I hope you will make again and again. And this salad is such an extravaganza of flavours. It is sweet, it is spicy, it is creamy, it's crunchy, it's salty, all of those delicious things all in one platter. And a very special touch, which I like to add to all of my salads, is boondi. And you don't have to make your boondi from scratch either. You can completely just buy it from the shop and just chuck it in. I always like to have a stash in my pantry. When I say pantry, we don't have pantries in the UK. I keep it in my cupboard at home because I'm not fancy. But if you have a pantry, you could put your boondi in there as well, of course. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please do. I would love to have you on board, and I would also love for you to hit that bell icon so that you'll be notified as soon as I upload a brand new recipe video.
Start by mixing lemon juice with water. The water will dilute the lemon juice so that it becomes less acidic. We do this to ensure a slow separation of the milk as it produces a much softer cheese. You can also use vinegar or citric acid in place of lemon juice. Refer to the full recipe on my website to see how to use these. I've linked to it below. Use a piece of kitchen paper to rub a small amount of oil on the bottom of a heavy base saucepan. I find that this helps create a barrier so that the milk doesn't burn at the bottom. Add all of your milk to the saucepan. It needs to be at least 3% fat. Try to use the least processed, least homogenized milk you can find. Using overly processed milk destroys the milk proteins, which can lead to failure in separation of the milk into curds and whey. You can place a wooden spoon over the top of the pan to keep it from overflowing. While the milk is heating up, try not to stir it too much. We don't want it to become overly frothy. Once the milk comes to the boil, switch the heat off. Add the diluted lemon mixture a little bit at a time and give the mixture a gentle stir to distribute it evenly. Try drawing a figure of 8 in the milk to encourage a gentle separation for softer paneer. If the acid used is too strong, it can shock the milk into forming curds too quickly. This will result in a firm, crumbly paneer that doesn't slice well. Once the separation has taken place, the curds will look like little clouds floating in a yellow or greenish water. Allow the curds and whey to sit like this undisturbed for 5 minutes. To set up your straining station, place a sieve or colander over a large bowl. Line the colander with a clean muslin. I'm using one of Bodhi's old ones, which of course has been washed. You can wet the cloth if it's not sitting well. Carefully pour the curds and whey into the lined colander. It's important that you're really careful about this because it retains a lot of heat. Once strained, transfer the cloth to a small bowl so that you can tip the whey into another bowl. Save the whey, it's super nutritious. You can use it in anything from baking to Indian bread and even in kadhi. The bowl underneath is once again empty. Now place the paneer in the colander again. We need to wash it. I always wash the paneer in warm water. This rinses away any remaining acidic flavour from the lemon and ensures it stays soft. Cold water can cause it to seize up a little bit. For the fourth and final rinse, mix warm water and salt. Pour the salt solution over the paneer to season. Now to put the masala in our paneer. To the drained paneer, add ginger paste, coarsely ground black pepper, chili flakes, freshly chopped coriander, Now wrap the paneer up and give it a gentle press with your hands. Place a flat plate or board on top and weigh it down with something heavy. I'm using the mortar from my pestle and mortar set, but a few tins of beans will also do the job. Leave this to drain for an hour or so. After an hour, the paneer will be ready to use. If you want to shape the paneer into somewhat of a block, you can at this point transfer it to a bowl or a tin. I keep it in the muslin for easy removal later. Just pack it all in and weigh it down again. I like to leave it like this in the fridge overnight for a thick paneer slab that slices beautifully and remains soft and squidgy. Just pack it all in and weigh it down again. I like to leave it like this in the fridge overnight for a thick paneer slab that slices beautifully and remains soft and squidgy. Now all that's left to do is to slice or crumble it and use in all of your favourite paneer dishes. Now here's how to turn that delicious masala paneer into a salad that was made for sharing. Crispy masala paneer and grilled nectarine salad. For the breadcrumb coating, we first need to make ourselves a wet mix, so take some chickpea flour in a bowl. Add some salt, ground turmeric, some vegan or eggless mayonnaise, and if you can't get this, then just use some plain unsweetened yogurt, and a small amount of water. Whisk this together until it's nice and smooth. Cut your cold pressed masala paneer any which way you fancy. Now you'll need to set up a breadcrumbing station. You'll need your wet mix, your paneer, and some panko breadcrumbs in a plate. Dip the paneer in the wet mixture first and then cover it in panko breadcrumbs. Reserve one hand for the wet coating and the other for the dry so that you don't end up with a sticky mess. If you want a thicker layer of breadcrumb coating, then feel free to double dip the paneer. Arrange the paneer on a lined baking tray and spray them with oil. Be liberal to ensure a super crispy coating. Now bake the paneer in a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius, that's 400 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 18 to 20 minutes. Flip them over halfway through the cooking time and spray that side with oil too. Meanwhile, prepare the nectarines. Cut semi-ripe nectarines in half around the stone and give them a twist. Carefully remove the stones and lightly brush the nectarines with warm honey or agave nectar. Place the nectarine halves face down on a preheated griddle pan. Cook them for around 2 to 3 minutes, pressing them down lightly to ensure good contact. Use a spatula to turn the nectarine halves over and cook the other side for a further 2 minutes. These grilled nectarines should be ever so slightly tender but still retain their bite. You can brush them with more honey or agave if you like. Remove the paneer from the oven and allow it to cool very slightly. To make my tamarind and date dressing, mix equal parts of olive oil with my tamarind and date chutney recipe. I'll link it in the description box below so that you can grab that recipe too. Arrange your favourite mix of salad leaves on a large platter. I'm using rocket or arugula for my American friends, watercress and pea shoots. Now it's time to get creative. Top your salad leaves with some juicy cherry tomatoes or baby plum tomatoes. I like to halve some and leave the others whole to keep things interesting visually and texturally. Texturally. I think that's how you say it, texturally. Anyway, you'll want to add some finely sliced red onions next. A few olives if you're into olives. The still warm grilled nectarines. Some slices of apple. I'm using Pink Lady, but sour apples like Granny Smith also work really well. And now for the crispy baked paneer. I put the large piece in the middle so everyone can cut as much as they like, cheese board style. Scatter over some fried boondi. I use shop bought. I love to add boondi to my salads and soups in lieu of croutons. Boondi are just fried chickpea flour pearls used quite widely in lots of Indian snacky recipes. Now spoon or drizzle the tamarind dressing over the top. The finishing touch to this salad is a light sprinkle of chaat masala. Now take your platter to the table and watch it disappear faster than you can say, "I don't want salad." See guys, this is a salad for people like me who say they don't like salad. It's a celebration of fresh flavours and textures, and an excuse to eat copious amounts of cheese.